I am Marian B. Silagan.
And we will be discussing the school policies and their function. But before that, let me read first our objectives. At the end of this chapter, you should be able to explain the importance of school policies in school operation. School policies and their function. So what does it mean? School policies are the rules the school makes to help it run smoothly. They guide how students, teacher, and staff should act, help the school reach its goals, make sure everyone is treated fairly, solve problems, and keep the school safe. And so we have here the policy and collection of contribution. We have the recognize the need for adequate funds and sustain PT operation, enabling it to fund and sustain programs and projects exclusively for the benefit of students and the school aligned with the school improvement plan. So this means that the policy means the PTA understand that it needs enough money to keep working well. The funds collected will be used only to support programs and projects that help the students and improve the schools. Next is we have the contribution should be a reasonable amount as may be determined by the PTA board of directors. So this means that the PTA board will decide how much to contribute and the amount should be fair, not too expensive for parents. So kani sila contribution nani dili dapat kanang expensive, dapat lang kanang fair sa parents. Next is non-payments of the contributions by the parent member shall not be a basis for non-admission or non-issuance of durance to the child by the school concerned. So it means that if a parent cannot pay contributions, the child should still be allowed to enroll in school and receive school clearances. The school should not punish the children because of non-payment. Next is the contribution shall be collected by the PTA treasurer on a peer-parent member basis regardless of the number of their children in school. So this means the PTA treasurer will collect the contribution once from each parent. Then, no matter how many children they have in this school. So, bisan pagdagat sila kanang children na mo school, ilan ka pong i-collect ang contribution sa parents. Next is the no teacher or any school personnel shall be involved in such collection activities. So, this means ang PTA dili na siya allowed na mo-collect o contributions while students are still enrolling. Next is the last one. All PTA contributions and fundraising proceeds must be deposited in a reputable bank as decided by the board of directors. Only the PTA treasurer an authorized representative may collect funds and issue official receipts. School officials or personnel are not allowed to handle the safekeeping or disbursement of PTA funds, which must be managed in line with standard according and meeting rules. So this means that PTA money must put in trusted bank account chosen by the PTA board. So only the PTA treasurer or approved personnel can collect all the contributions or the money and give to official receipts. So teacher and school staff, dili na sila allowed na mo keep or spend sa PTA nga funds. The money must be handled properly and recorded correctly. So yes, that's all for my part, and let's move on to Mary Ann.
Napabasahan mo?
And now, let's move on to PTAs are permitted from. So what is PTA? So PTA means Parent Teacher Associations. And mo sila ang kanang mga bawal sa operations of the schools and of the DepEd in general. So ang buot pasabot ani kanang dili sila pwede maghilabot ay ang PTA dili sila pwede maghilabot sa unsa itudlo sa mga teacher. Muna siya ang interfering in the academic and administrative management and operations. Muna sila. And next is engaging in any partisan political activity within school premises. So ang buot pasabot ani is dili pwede ang politika sulod sa school. Sama sa kanang ka mangukanya. So dili na siya pwede mosulod sa eskwelahan kay lahi na siya. And then the next is operating a canteen school supply store or being a concessionaire there of inside the school or nearby premises or offering the service to the school as its client either directly or indirectly. So ang buot pasabot ko dani is ang PTA dili pwede manghilabot sa canteen. Ang PTA ang mga parents, dili ang mga basta ang PTA dili siya pwede manghilabot sa canteen kay mga kuan sa school sa marami to siya property na sa school o wala siya. And then the next is selling insurance, pre-paid plans or similar gems or program to student and or their parents and. So ang kuan na ang PTA dili pwede mamaligya og insurance sulod sa eskwelahan. And then asa to dili ang parents dili siya pwede magkuan, dili siya pwede magkuan sa like ng mga insurance, dili na siya pwede sa school. And then the next is such other acts or circumstances.
Go.
So such other acts or circumstances analog to the foregoing. So ang buot pasabot ani, hindi siya nga part is dili pwede gamiton ang PTA position para sa negosyo. Ang sakto gid ani is ang PTA dapat para sa kaayuhan sa school. Muna siya ang kuan sa PTA. And the next is so PTA officers and member of the board of directors are prohibited from collecting salaries, honoraria, emoluments, or other forms of compensation from any of funds collected or received by the PTA. So, ang pasabot ani nga part is ang PTA officers of board of directors dili na siya pwede mudawat og kanang sweldo, kanang mga honorarium bitaw from school dili na siya pwede. Ang PTA everyone is kanang mo ni sila ang kanang wala bitaw bayad sa pagserbisyo nila sa eskwelahan as a PTA officers. So next is PTA shall have no right to disburse or charge or any fees as service fees or percentage against the amount collected pertain to the school publication fee, Supreme Student Government o SSG, developmental fund and other club members fees and contributions. So kini po siya everyone is kanang ang PTA way katungod nga mo discourse, mo charge og service fee, mo kuha og porsyento. Kana sila is bawal dili na sila pwede mo kuha. Ini siya nga part.
So next, we proceed to the importance of policy. Policies are important because they help school achieve their vision and mission. Policies guide everyone to act properly and fairly. They present problems such as misuse of funds, unfair greedy, and disorder. So ang policy, important na siya sa atong eskwelahan kay ano siya mag-help sa school para ma-reach siya ilang goals and to guide also everyone to act properly and fairly para naay kanang fair sa atong eskwelahan. Also, they prevent problems such as misuse of funds, unfair greedy, and disorder. Next is the effective policy formation and implementation and school community partnership. Effective school policies do not always policy to solve local problems. Policy formulation should be led by the school head, must involve teacher, parents, and the communities. So, ang schools don't always have to wait the roles from the higher authorities, katong mga higher level na mga position kay ang schools pwede mo kung siya mo create o kaugaling mo nilang policy. For example, is dress code in ana. Then policy formulation should be led by the school head, but must involve teacher, parents, and the community. So, ang pag-formulate sa policy, nag-lead dapat siya sa school head, and dapat must i-involve ang mga teacher, parents, and the community para mas masabtan and mas magkasinabot ang all. So, let's move on to our takeaways. The last part. Policies are intended to ensure that schools perform and realize what they have in vision for themselves. So this means that policy help guide school too, so they can work properly and achieve their goals. Next is, there are policies that come from authorities above the school since the school is a member of a bigger organization or system. So, ang kasunod ani, some policies are made by higher authorities, not by the school itself, because the school is a part of the larger system. For example, is mag-set sila, for example, sa DepEd, muna sila yung mga higher authorities. Next is but school are also empowered to formulate their own. So, ang school pod, pwede po siya maka-formulate of only mga policies for the student to be makasunod sila. Like for example, kanang sa dress code, about sa dress code. So it's very important yun na mag-implement din ang mga policy kay para sa respeto sa eskwelahan. Next is policies to address their concern speedily, provided they are not contrary to policies that come from above. So this means school can make rules to solve their own problems quickly, as long as these rules do not go against higher level of the policy.
The next is, school policies are effective when they are formulated with the participation of the members of the school and community, as this develops sense of ownership which ensures implementation of the formula. So, mas epektibo gid ang kanang school policies if ang mga parents, mga students o teachers na aktibo sila, na mohimo sila ani nga mga rules. Policies must be also widely disseminated for the information of the entire system, school and community, and must be understood correctly and clearly. So, dapat disseminated ang mga rules para sa mga students kay parang kanabitang mga ma-aware sila. And then, policies set order in school. The absence of clear out policies may be chaos. So, ang pagpasabot ko na everyone is dapat kanabitang mo-follow po sila sa mga panalitan sa eskwelahan. O kung mag-uniform sila, dapat kanang school uniform ilang suotan, dapat sila gyud tanan kay para makafactor kung saan kanang sana rules nila sa eskwelahan, dapat ilagi na i-follow sa mga students. So example is kanang mag-uniform, dapat sila gyud tanan nga students sa sulod gid sa campus is mag-uniform gid sila.
So in conclusion, school policies are important because they guide how school works and help solve problems. They make sure students, staff, teacher, and the community know what is expected and what is allowed. Good policy are created with the help of governments and in the school community, so they are fair, useful, and help the school run smoothly. So that's all for our report.